Well, I think the best lessons come from the losers. We don't really learn much from the winners. We do make some money, and we pat ourselves on the back. So I think the when we lose money, that those lessons get seared in. And I had created a checklist maybe around 13 years ago, and it's a pre-investment checklist, and it goes through evolution over time. We keep adding more questions. But what I found in that checklist is that and it was created looking at all the mistakes great investors have made, where there was enough data before the investment was made that should have given the investor some pause, but they went ahead anyway. So there was something that was visible as a chink in the armor, if you will. And so what I found is that I looked at these investments that these great investors made and they didn't work out. They fell into about 4 or 5 categories. The largest category, the one with the biggest number of mistakes, was related to leverage. So leverage was a big part of why investments didn't work out. Another big part was misunderstanding of the moat and the competitive advantage. So somehow not fully grasping the realities of the moat or the lack thereof. And then the third big piece was management and ownership, just kind of uh, issues related to them. I have had a lot of difficulty over the last couple of decades with companies with leverage. And I've had multiple zeros, which is 100% loss of the invested capital because of leverage. And so I'm a lot more leery about going into situations where there's a great amount of debt, though we do have businesses in our portfolio currently which have significant debt, but there was a lot of work I did on making sure it was ring fenced and it couldn't really hurt you, if you will. So a big one was I think in 2008, 2007, late 2007, the financial crisis. We owned a mortgage company, Delta Financial. And Delta Financial basically they were actually a sensible underwriter of mortgages. But so they would issue a bunch of mortgages. They had these warehouse lines of credit. And then they would package those, securitize those, and get those off their balance sheet, make their money, and then go buy some more. So that was their business, which is, write the mortgages and put them on the warehouse lines and then bundle them and sell them to investors and then release the money and keep going. And it was a very profitable business because it didn't need much equity and so on. But they got caught with a significant amount of mortgages on their warehouse lines, and the music stopped on the securitizations. So they couldn't get them out, and then they started tripping covenants, and eventually, when these housing prices started declining and such, it eventually took them out. They went bankrupt, and we had a pretty significant loss. I think we had around 50, 60 million that we lost on Delta Financial. So that's an example of, we're not going to be doing any mortgage companies in the near future. We haven't done any since then either. So